Guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today, I'm going to be sharing my top 10 hair care favorites of 2023, so let's just jump right into it. Okay. Here's the deal. I do not want to bore you guys to tears. And I feel like it would be pretty boring to watch me sit and talk about the same exact products that I have already raved about so many times before. Like, we're talking things like Pureology Color Fanatic, K18, the Way Detox Shampoo, Redken Acidic Bonding Concentrate. Like, all of those products and product lines that I have recommended to you guys countless times before. So instead of boring you to tears and reading through the ingredients on every single one of those products, again, just like I already have a million times before, I thought that I would do the same thing that I did in my top 10 skincare favorites video and award 1 out of the 10 places for 2023 to all of those holy grails that you already know enough about. So I'll make sure to list and link all of those products in the description box below. Just know that there's still products that I use and love. I reached for them constantly throughout the last year and I still recommend them. But I thought it would just be a little bit more fun to focus this video on the products that were newer to me this year, that I more recently fell in love with, that you haven't heard me talk about 700 million times. So after all of those holy grail products, the first of my newer favorites in 2023 is definitely Epres. It's now the very first step in my pre-wash routine. I did recently film that. I'll list and link that in the description box below. It's titled my hair oiling routine because it is part of that process. But I decided to start using this year because I had the chance to connect with the inventor of this product, and he actually said himself that he thought this was a nice compliment to K18. And the second he said that, I was like, okay, I'm on it. Because when I first tested out Epres, I was really impressed with how soft and silky my hair felt and just how healthy it looked after using it. But I didn't want to stop using K18 because I had seen such great results in reducing breakage with that product. So hearing that directly from the inventor was like music to my ears. I was really excited to add this into my routine, and I definitely feel that I've seen an improvement in my hair since using this. So again, video listed below if you would like to know how I use Epres, but I would highly recommend it if you're looking for something to kind of take your hair to the next level on top of what you're already doing. A shampoo that I just absolutely fell in love with this year, clearly, because it's almost gone, is the Pantene Volume and Body Shampoo. 2023 was definitely the year of me testing out a million drugstore hair care products. And this is one that really stands out to me because it's by far the most intensely clarifying shampoo that I've ever used that does not make my hair feel really dry and frizzy and like hay. And that goes for both drugstore and high-end. I just think this is incredible. It works for me every time I need to remove a heavy amount of buildup. So if that's something you're looking for, I would recommend it for that purpose. Or if you just have an extremely oily scalp that gets oily really quickly after washing, I would recommend trying a shampoo like this for sure. A conditioner that I tried out for the first time this year that I instantly fell in love with is also from the drugstore, but from L'Oreal. This is their Everpure Frizz Defy conditioner. The third ingredient in this conditioner is dimethicone, and you guys know how I feel about that ingredient. Whenever I use a product that I am obsessed with and I look at the label, I tend to notice dimethicone towards the very top. Not always, but I've definitely noticed a pattern, so I have a feeling, a sneaky suspicion, that that is why I love this so much. It also has marula oil and just a really, really nice texture. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, it's just something that feels really nicely conditioning. And whenever I use this, my hair feels incredible. So soft, so smooth. It has volume. It's just like everything I'm looking for in a conditioner for a very low price. You'll love it. Next up is something that I tested out this year as a dry shampoo replacement, and it is the Color Wow Raise the Root Thicken and Lift Spray. So this is not meant to be a dry shampoo. It is more of like a wet mist that is supposed to add volume to your hair. They do say on the back of this bottle that it can either be used on damp or dry hair, and the first time that I tried this, I sprayed it all over dry hair and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna really regret this because everything just looks like so greasy after you first spray it. But then the key to making this work is to blast your roots with a blow dryer for a little bit, and it just helps to fluff everything up, absorb excess oil. It's amazing. So if you're somebody that just does not like using dry shampoo, maybe you don't like the powderiness of them, maybe you don't like the potential white cast, but you're still looking for something to kind of act like dry shampoo plus give you extra volume, this is gonna be what you wanna check out. This year, I was really on the hunt for styling products that would help to maintain hold because the texture of my hair is one that just doesn't hold a style very well regardless of the style that I'm doing. And out of everything that I tried in that category, the one that stood out to me the most is the R&Co Grasp Intense Hold Shaping Balm. My stylist actually recommended this to me. I'll show it to you guys so you can get a feel for it. It's not a mousse and it's not what I was expecting at all. It's like this lightweight gel that you can just add on top of any leave-in conditioning products that you already applied, and then you can blow dry your hair, style it how you want it, and it definitely does help to maintain my style for longer. Make sure that you don't go overboard with this because if you do, you can definitely end up with hair that feels a bit sticky, but if you use just the right amount for your hair, I love that this doesn't make your hair feel really stiff or crunchy like mousses can. I really love it. I would definitely recommend it, but I would also love to test out more products in this category regardless of the type of product it is. If it's a balm, if it's a mousse, I'm down to try it if you love it. So let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you would recommend. This year, I definitely got very into dry aerosol heat protectant sprays. Prior to this year, I feel like I was primarily using wet conditioning sprays that had heat protective ingredients in them. And while that works great, if your hair is dry and it's been a couple days since you last washed it, that can definitely just pile on a bit too much product and make your hair look and feel a little bit gunky. So I have been testing out a lot of different aerosol mists that contain heat protection to give me that extremely lightweight, basically traceless heat protection, and I think this is my favorite so far. There are a lot that I've really been enjoying, but I think the reason why this one stands out to me so much, and the product is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Heat Styling Spray. The reason it stands out to me so much is because this makes my hair feel so soft and smooth. And that's definitely not always the case with a dry aerosol spray. Sometimes they can make your hair feel a little bit dry, a little bit frizzy, and that's not the case for this product at all. It really does make my hair feel so nice. Plus I'm getting that lightweight heat protection, which is amazing. And let me know if you'd like to see a video from me in the future where I talk about products like this, really lightweight heat protectants. I'm totally down to do that. I don't know if that would be too redundant, just like holding up every aerosol, but let me know, I'm down either way. Another product from Living Proof that I could not stop using this year is the Frizz Vanishing Oil. This is an oil that I'm gonna add to my hair a little bit right now. I specifically like it for styling. It's not something that I would consider to be the most conditioning of all time. It's a lighter weight oil, it's silicone free, but when it comes to styling, and again, I'm between washes and I already have quite a bit of product in my hair, I don't always want to pile on a thicker oil because that can really weigh down my hair and make it look greasy. So what I love about this one from Living Proof is that it adds extra shine, but it absorbs really well. So I don't feel like I just added even more product to a head of hair that's already full of enough product, you know? Next is a styling product that I have had my eye on for years and that I finally decided to purchase this year. I was really hoping with everything in me that I wouldn't love this product, that I wouldn't think it was worth the purchase, but I actually do. It is the Mason Pearson brush. I mean, I guess it's popular in the hair care world, like for stylists and stuff, but I feel like this is like not a super viral product because it's so expensive, which is exactly why I didn't buy it for years. But I decided to give it a go because I have been really trying to find the perfect brush for damaged hair, and this honestly is it. It has a combination of both nylon and boar bristles, so it's going to be something that is gentler on the hair but still has the ability to detangle in the way that you need a brush to. I find that brushes that only have boar bristles or softer bristles are really nice and gentle but not great for detangling. And while of course I never recommend using a brush to detangle a big knot anyway, there are still things that like as you work a brush through your hair, you'll discover. Did that make any sense? Like it's not necessarily a big knot, but just to get your hair fibers to align nicely, because it is important to brush every day. Because I find that with brushes that only have boar bristles or only have really soft bristles, they're extra gentle, but they're just not great brushes. Like they don't do a great job at brushing my hair and aligning all my fibers perfectly. And that's because they don't have these nylon pins like this, which have a better ability to do that. I can confidently say that this is the absolute best brush I have ever tried. It detangles perfectly without ripping on my hair. It's gentle enough, but gets the job done. I just love it so much. And when I was looking up reviews of this product, I saw one that sold me on sharing this with you guys, and it said that the person had had this brush for 20 years and they were finally just purchasing a second one. That reviewer was able to get 20 years of use with that brush, so that obviously makes the price a lot more worth it versus something that's only going to last you a year or two. If this is something something that you would never spend your money on, I totally understand. I do not judge anyone for any of their financial decisions whatsoever. I did want to share one that is still expensive, but definitely not as expensive as the Mason Pearson, and it is the Oribe brush. I think they call it their resin brush. I'm not sure the exact title, but I will list it below, of course. I will say, I do think that the Oribe brush is significantly more beautiful, and the material is definitely nicer, like on the actual paddle here, but I still think the Mason Pearson brush is superior for brushing damaged hair because the nylon bristles are longer and detangle better. However, the Oribe brush also has a combination of nylon and boar bristles and does a really great job as well. It's just if I had to rank the two, I would still say that I prefer this one, but Oribe's great, so if that price is something that you're more willing to spend, you can get down with, then I would recommend going with Oribe. My last hair favorite of 2023 is a curling iron, and it is the T3 Switch Kit. I feel like I talked about this a lot this year, and good, that goes to show how much I loved it. I really did reach for this all the time when I was curling my hair, and what I love the most about it is that it has interchangeable, did I lock it? There we go. Interchangeable barrels. So they have a wave kit and a curl kit. Both come with 3 different barrel sizes. I do hope they start to sell them individually. I think that that would be the best way to do it so that you could pick out the exact ones that you'll actually use. This barrel right here is my personal favorite for how I like to curl my hair. It just works great. And when you think about all of the higher price point curling irons that are out there, I think that this is one that is much more worth it because of the fact that you get 3 barrels instead of 1. And if you would like to see how I curl my hair, one of the ways that I curl it the most is in a date night get ready with me video, so I'll list that below. All right, you guys, those were my top 10 hair care favorites of 2023. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you tested any of these products? Have I inspired you to? Links are listed in order of mention in my description box below, and if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, click on that notification bell, and send my channel to a friend. Thank you so much for your support in doing those things. It really does mean so much to me. Thank you for watching my videos. I love the freaking heck out of you guys. Make sure to stay tuned for my next one because that will be up in a few days. But until then, I hope you have a great few days.